Hi, I'm Zaheen Hussein, Millvale Sustainability Coordinator, inviting you to grow your garden at Millvale May Days. Visit our town, catch the great deals at local businesses, win prizes, and collect all kinds of seed to grow your garden for free. Mark your calendar for May 6th and 7th here in Millvale. Follow the Business Association of Millvale on Facebook and Twitter at BAM15209 for more details.
Right, my current guest performing at Heavy Metal Monessen, April 23rd. We have Klaymore in studio. So we have right now Lee and George. Welcome, guys.
Hello.
Hey.
Hey, what's up? You want to take your mic and bring it up? Then that mic,
that
mic sucks for.
Gotcha.
I mean, it's a good mic, but it's just like the volume is.
Yeah.
You gotta like really like almost eat it like ah.
Gotcha.
So, but yeah,
This big black bar into my face. I understand.
Exactly. So yeah, I'm excited. Heavy Metal Monessen. Are you guys the only band that has performed at all of the Heavy Metal Monessens?
I think that Talion has.
Okay.
I want to say that yes, they were at the first one and they were at the second one. So,
Okay.
yeah,
Sweet. Yeah. So we're gonna actually have them on the program as well at some point. Yeah. So exciting. Yeah, that's awesome though. You guys have been around since the beginning. So talk about the progression of Heavy Metal Monessen from the very first festival to what we're expecting at Heavy Metal Monessen 3, because it really has changed a lot over the few years.
Yeah. This year, Zach said that there's going to be like a main stage and a side stage so that we can have more bands and have things.
Yeah, the side stage is going to be the River's Edge stage.
So, oh yeah. Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah. When we're looking at the schedule, it just says
just
main
the stage.
And side. Yeah. But okay, no, that's cool. But yeah, I remember you guys were at the second one,
yes.
Right? I believe. Okay. Getting them confused which one was which. But,
I know, yeah. We were at the second one. The second one was really easy because we just had to give a donation. We're like, yeah, we're on the page.
Yeah. But yeah, it's definitely come a long way. I remember at the first one, it was sort of Zach had an idea and tried to do it, but now it's more like the first one was trying to do something. This one is like he actually has the means to do it and knows enough people to do exactly what he wants to do, not just like trying to get it done. So that's really cool. And a lot of the bands that are playing on this one are the bigger ones that people have heard of around if you're going to local shows and stuff. There's like Solar Burn and stuff like that on it, so that's really cool. And
I like Solar Burn because they do a lot of instrumental stuff, which is
they only do instrumental stuff.
Yeah, which is really a rarity in today's world. Nobody does that, so I think it's kind of cool. Yeah. No, yeah, a lot of good names, a lot of big acts there. I'm excited. I think it's gonna be cool. I think the 2 stages could work. I always worry about multiple stages because I think like people are really lazy. But I think like, you know what I mean? Like they're so lazy. Like last year, Raise Your Voice, they had 3 stages, and like I had to I was emceeing the event at that year, for the Raise Your Voice Festival, and I'm literally like trying to cheerlead people, like, yeah, let's go, come on, because like all these like no, that was an older crowd too, but they're just like I don't want to move.
It can be
I
tough.
got my lawn chair.
It can definitely be tough to try to balance the main stage and the side stages. Even at big festivals like Mayhem Fest, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, they always have the side stages. You have to really make sure there's a good balance between the levels of the bands and trying to get people to go and see every band.
Yeah.
I think they're going to do good this.
I do think
job,
this.
though.
Yeah, I think this one is planned out well because they've got only 2 stages, and there are not going to be any. Well, obviously, in that festival, you can't really have 2 metal bands playing at the same time with the proximity of the 2 stages. Right. But there's going to be enough time for people to get from one stage to the next, and I think metal fans are a little bit more passionate, I would say, to a degree. I think they would probably make that trek up and down the hill, whereas at the Raise Your Voice, the old ladies with the lawn chairs are a little unwilling to move. But so I think it's going to be cool. I think it's a neat idea, and I like the fact that it is growing. I think that's especially in Monessen, it's such a weird drive if you're coming from the city, but I think that you're going to get people from the city coming down there.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I remember going to it the first time, and we had Google Maps up, and we were just like still driving down a road with like nowhere in sight, and it was like, okay, you're here, and we're like, I don't think
yeah,
so.
I don't think
like,
this is it.
Yeah, I don't know where it decided like that was the pinpoint of like, yes, this is the park, this is where you're supposed to be, but yeah, we were just like still on the highway, and it was like, yep, you did it.
Well, I think this year too, yeah, and I think Saturday's going to be a better day too. I think that's going to be cool, and I think, I liked Raise Your Voice. It was a really cool festival, but the music style from Raise Your Voice to Heavy Metal Monessen are complete polar opposites. So I think that it makes sense for this to be kind of its own thing, to kind of stand on its own 2 feet. And I think it's really, it was just so well run last year that I really think that if we can get the word out and get people coming to this event, I think it'll really be something special.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I think it's good. Is it one of the more unique events that you guys have been to?
Yeah, I mean, because I haven't really played that much outside stuff, so even just that, like, having a bunch of bands outside and stuff, I mean, obviously when it's like a festival kind of thing, there usually are, when there's this many bands, it usually is, but, yeah, I mean, the only other really outside ones that we played Zombie Fest in, October, and that was...
Where was that at?
It was in Millvale.
Oh.
Was it? Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, it was.
really? Okay,
yeah.
Nice. Very cool.
But yeah, I think it was like right next to the river. It was
the river park?
I think so. Yeah. It was really close. It was really windy. That's what I remember about it. It was freezing.
Well, I feel like Heavy Metal Monessen, and I talked about this last year on the program a couple times. I think it's kind of weird, and that's not a bad thing. It's actually really cool, but it's weird in the sense that this park looks like the park you would go to, like this amphitheater looks like the amphitheater you would stumble upon at Boy Scout camp. Like it's like covered, like surrounded by trees. There's flowers in the front. It's just like very
super metal, right?
Yeah, really. It's like very atypical, and I think that kind of like adds to the uniqueness of the festival. It's kind of cool in a way. So, what do you guys have going on? I know you guys have a bunch of new things, and I'm really excited. You have this video game festival, this convention going on in Philadelphia. And that's going to be the 24th through the 26th. How did you guys get involved with that?
Well, I've been going to Too Many Games for 3 years now, and they always have bands playing, and I've always been really impressed with the bands that they got to play. And we do a lot of video game stuff, and I figured, I've seen how well the festival or the convention is run, and I thought we should be a part of it. So we reached out to them, and they seem excited to have us.
That's awesome. So yeah, you guys are going there, and then you're going to Canada, you said, as well?
Yeah, we're going to Canada in May. The convention is in June.
Yes, the convention's June 24th through the 26th. We looked it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was actually an interesting thing about that. They had like last year's dates on there.
Yeah, there's some confusion amongst us about it. But in May, on May 14th, we are going to be playing in Toronto again. Because we played there last summer, and it worked out how everyone says that like things are supposed to work out. They're like, yeah, you just like you go somewhere and you impress the people, and then like they want to have you back, and they'll like bring you back, and that's actually what happened. And I was like, that's
where do you play up there? Is it just like at a
same kind of stuff in Pittsburgh? I mean,
it's just like a regular establishment or something.
You know what I mean?
Why Toronto? Why go there? Like, what was the drive?
It's international.
Yeah. No one else
so you could
does
say
that. Like, I can't think of. I mean, I'm sure I could easily be corrected on this, but I can't think of too many other bands from around here, like in the local level that like not signed to any kind of label, like don't work through other people and stuff that are like, oh yeah, we played out of state in Toronto and Canada and stuff like that. I mean, other bands like go touring around the tri-state area, stuff like that, go on things like that, but I haven't really seen too many people being like, oh yeah, we went to Canada. So that was kind of the push for it, is because no one that we knew had really done it.
Yeah.
So, also, don't ask our drummer Bob about it, but he loves Timmy Hortons. So like,
really? Okay,
right? You gotta get
that's the coffee place, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Again, don't look into it. But
don't look into it. Yes. Yeah.
He loves it.
I see. I gotta try this out. I've heard so many good things about it. I wonder how it compares. I'm a La Prima guy here in Pittsburgh. I'm always going to La Prima.
Okay.
But good stuff down there. But the Toronto thing's cool. Is there a big metal fan base up there, or?
I mean, we got up there just because we contacted other metal bands.
Okay.
So, I mean, obviously I don't know too much about it, but because, I've been there once and know a couple bands there now after having met them and stuff like that. But I mean, yeah, it was a show that had, I think, like 5 bands on it, including us. So, I mean, yeah, it's not like there's just 2 other ones that could put something together for us. It was a decent chunk of people, but, yeah.
That's sweet. Yeah. Lee and George of Klaymore here on River Talk on the River's Edge Radio Network. Tell us a little bit about the band, about Klaymore, and how you guys came to be for those who maybe are meeting you for the first time. I'm hoping they're hearing your music because we got it on the station every day.
Well, Klaymore has been going at this for the last couple years, probably since about 2013. I mean, like, we put out an album in 2012, but like we didn't have a full like band lineup. We didn't play shows or anything. But yeah, then 2013 was when we really started playing shows around Pittsburgh and stuff like that, and started to get a little more notice. Started to get on radio stations like this and stuff. Get our music out to other people. Get played on the X and things like that. But George has only been playing with us for the last 6-ish months. So he's still relatively new. Played a handful of shows with us. We've been recording things and he's been on them and, definitely a part of things. But,
yeah.
For anyone that's known us for the last 2 years, he's still a new aspect of things. But
well, George, is that easy to join? Was it easy to join in with Klaymore, or is that difficult to kind of get into an established band?
This is the first band I've ever done anything serious with.
Okay.
I didn't even really play bass before I started here. I played drums and I played guitar, and that's kind of a melding of the two. So I figured I could probably handle it, and I like to think I'm handling it.
Yeah. He is.
But actually, Lee contacted me. I was in Colombia last year visiting my then girlfriend, which is that's a whole thing. But
story, yes.
He messaged me and was like, "Hey man, how would you like to be in a metal band?" I'm like, "I don't know. What do you mean?" He's like, "One who's been to Canada." And I said, "Oh, like I didn't know that Geddy Lee was leaving Rush. Like that sounds great.
Yeah, right?
I'd love to be in Rush." He said, "No, not Rush. Close." And so I said, "Yeah, I'll try it out."
So it's like the big selling point. Hey, we've been to Canada. That's awesome. That's kind of like I get my name tacked on all these music festivals, and I'm like, "Hey, we've been here."
Right? That's
gotta
notoriety.
Gotta play on the station. So
yeah, it's definitely different for me. I like to think that I've integrated pretty well.
Now, Lee, what did he bring new to the band? Does it change the writing process or the performance process when you add a new person into the group?
I mean, yes and no. Like, we still try to be doing the same thing that we were doing. Like, we tried not to derail or anything. And
sure.
So, George has been fitting in pretty seamlessly, like, with the stuff that we want to be doing. But, I mean, it's definitely been interesting, like, recording new stuff, or we've been, like, putting new songs into our set list and things like that, stuff that we haven't played before, or we just, thought would be interesting to do. And now that, it's someone that hasn't been playing, like, a dozen of our songs or whatever for the last year and a half, so it like we can throw new stuff into it, and it doesn't like really matter, because it's like, well, he doesn't know the old songs that we used to play, so like we can sit down for 10 minutes and relearn these songs that we haven't touched in a while. So yeah, it's been interesting staying on track and then figuring out the new things that we can be doing.
Yeah, no, that's exciting, and you guys do a great job. I've been fortunate to see you guys play live. How many times I've seen you guys like multiple times now? I'm trying to think. Yeah. I know every time at Heavy Metal Monessen, but I've seen you outside of there as well too. That's the one nice thing is I get to get all these shows, and it's kind of what I do. Like this past weekend, I was at 3 concerts in a matter of 2 days, so you just kind of jump around and
that's it.
Make things work. So. Yeah, no, I'm excited. No, you guys do a great job, and appreciate everything you do, and love having you guys on the network.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Yep, absolutely. It's Lee and George of Klaymore. You can hear them at Heavy Metal Monessen 3 at the Monessen City Park Amphitheater. I'm Brian Crawford on the River's Edge Radio Network.
Hey guys, it's Matt Light, Pittsburgh Magazine's 2014 and 2015 winner, Best Comedian, and Cancer Survivor. Come check me out Friday, April 8th for a night of stories, laughter, Barjitsu beer pong, and prizes that will be sure to make this a night to remember. I'll be performing with some of the best comedians in the Steel City. Portions of the proceeds benefit the Testicular Cancer Awareness Foundation. Special thank you to our event partners, Effin Vodka, Ultra Premium Vodka, Pittsburgh Improv, Pittsburgh's premier comedy club, Sorgatron Media, podcast, video production, and creative media, Pittsburgh Podcast Network for Pittsburgh by Pittsburgh, River's Edge Radio Network, Pittsburgh's voice for local music. Comedians for Cancer, Friday, April 8th at Dave & Buster's in the Waterfront, the only place to eat, drink, play, watch sports, and laugh all under one roof. Get those tickets, folks. Go to barjitsu.com or showclicks.com and search Comedians for Cancer.